Staff at a popular St. Augustine restaurant will once again be wearing masks. One such business, Richard Gonsmart, is the president of Columbia Restaurant Group, and he says he has been following infection rates since the pandemic began. With the spike being seen with the Delta variant, especially here in Northeast Florida, he has made the decision to tell staff to once again wear masks while they work. He says he feels it's his responsibility to protect his employees.
And so by them wearing a mask, I believe it helps them when they have interaction. I'm not requiring our guests to wear a mask at this time. I believe people act responsibly.
Gonsmart and his wife were both fully vaccinated, but both had COVID-19 around the 4th of July holiday. He needed an antibody treatment to recover and believes without the vaccine, his symptoms would have been much worse, possibly even deadly. So his message now to everyone is get vaccinated. And he says the staff at Columbia has been very understanding of the mask order for employees.